Jai Jagannatha Bagalamukhi. Om Cream Bagalamukhi Varade Sarva Saubhagya Pradayini. Samasta Bhaktanam Sarva Bhishta Sadhaya Sadhaya Cream Om Swaha. On this earth, there are more than 4,000 castes. In this earth, there are more than 4,000 castes. Among these castes, which caste was created first? If you may ask, then it is the Yehuda caste. Yehuda caste, another name is Judah caste. However, before this Yehuda caste we have our Hindu religion was prevailing. But if you see the religion, then it is the Judah caste. Hindu caste is not a caste. It is a culture, a samskaram, a mental imprints that our mind receives. So the Sanatana Dharma, which is being referred, is not only for Hindus, because Lord Brahma never created Hindus. Lord Brahma created just mankind and not just Hindus. That's why Sanatana Dharma is the dharma for mankind and not a Hindu dharma. However, the reason why did Hindu caste got its name as Sanatana Dharma, because generally if you ask people what is Sanatana Dharma, they will just say it is a Hindu religion. Why? Because even before there was any life existed on the planet, humans should follow certain culture. There was a culture, discipline, a timetable. For example, children studying in a school has a particular timetable, right? According to their timetable, only in their school they will attend their classes. In the same way, on this planet, how should you lead your life? What all you need to do in this planet? If you have to live peacefully and happily, that is how the Creator, Lord, wanted and the Lord described as well. For this, what you have to do is what God has mentioned in the scriptures. As I have already mentioned before, on this planet where there are more than 4,000 castes, now newly few researchers and as per few people calculation, Judah religion is a caste. However, even they say that before the Judah religion, the Hindu religion, Samskaram, already existed on this planet. For all these communities which are across the world, there are religious governance for all these communities. What does religious governance mean? Few practices or discipline. A person following the path of a particular religion has a set of rules as per which he needs to lead his life. How should he lead his life? What are the set of disciplines he needs to follow? This is what we call it as religious practices or governance. Governance means discipline. What discipline? It is the discipline mentioned or prescribed by the God. Religious governance say it is the discipline mentioned by the God himself. That is what the community leaders say. However, what is the truth? Apart from the Hindu religion, no other religion has the practices or governance mentioned by the God. Other religions might have their own, but they're all created by man himself, because in other religions these practices are not created by the God. In Christianity, the governance is written by the disciples of Jesus and not by himself. In Islam religion, Prophet Muhammad established the governance. Sree Buddha established the Buddha religion. In this way, each one created their own set of rules for their respective religion or community. For example, if a political party needs to be established, then they have to write set of rules. Our party's minutes are so and so. Our party's rules are so and so. People within this party should follow all the set of rules. In the same way, this is also called the religious governance. However, all the other religious governance which were earlier mentioned, they said it was God's vision. This is the actual religious governance which was all made by man himself. But as per the Hindu religious governance, it is mentioned that these are told by God himself. Since this is really told by Supreme Power himself, this is known as Panchamaha Yagnanushtanam. It is Panchamaha Yagnas. This is mentioned by God himself. In this planet, you need to do certain things and this is the way you need to live. All these were told by God himself. Then you may ask, what is the imaginary God as per the Hindu religion? Sanatana Dharma is the imaginary God for Hindu religion. If you ask what is Sanatana Dharma, Panchamaha Yagnanushtanam is our Sanatana Dharma. Now for the word Sanatana Dharma, If you ask in one line what it is, Panchamaha Yagnanushtanam, which is Sanatana Dharmam. This is the imaginary god of our Hindu religion. Each and every detail is mentioned in the Hindu religion, and in no other religion you will find a detailed description. What is mentioned in this? For example, when you talk about Panchamaha Yajnana, and in that, if you look Bhuta Yajna, what is mentioned? When you are surrounded by all living creatures, anything that has life in it, you are supposed to treat them with love. You need to show mercy on them. In whatever possible way, you should be able to provide food to them, give them clothes, etc. are all mentioned in the Bhuta Yajnam. Lord Jesus took one point from this and said, how you love yourself, you should love others also in the same way. Whatever Lord Jesus said, it is the same thing that is mentioned in the Bhuta Yajnam. Generally speaking, each and everything is mentioned in our Vedas detailedly. You will not find such details in any other religious text. In spite of Hindu religion being so detailed in today's world, as per the world's population, that is, if you consider the number of people who believe Hindu religion, we stand at the third place. First place goes to Christianity, Christian religion. Second place is Islam religion. And the third place goes to Hindu religion. Why there is such a decline? Why are we pushed backward so much? Why? All this is because few idiots in Hindu religion proclaim themselves acharyas. That is the only reason. They don't know anything. They keep blabbering something. This is creating lot of confusion among the people. One more thing, we have too many scriptures or granthas. That itself is a first mistake. But all these things, when we say 1,000 of lakes together go and merge with the sea, all of these things are extracted from our Vedas only. They say there are 108 Upanishads. All of things are from Vedas only. These are extracted from Vedas. Secondly, the ancient legend Itihasangal, even these are extracted from Vedas only. All these stories are taken from Vedas. In order to explain to Vedas to common people, these things were written and translated. Like this, when we have too many books to refer, people also got confused. What should they read and what should they not read? If you watch a movie and the same movie is watched by 10 different people, then you will have 10 different versions, isn't it? It won't be the same way. The synopsis will be the same. However, the wordings might change or the sentences might change as well. In the same way, based on the Vedas, only if all the scriptures are written or translated, it has different versions based on different people. The version keeps changing. Most of them, what they say, now if you ask, Lord Ayyappa devotees, everything is Lord Ayyappa only. And this is enough. There is nothing beyond him. Devotees of Lord Muruga say the same thing. Devotees of Lord Vinayaka say the same thing. Devotees of Goddess Devi say the same thing. But in reality, what does this mean is, in Kali Yuga, Kalloi Devi Vinayago. This is the Shastra. Whatever is written in the 18 Puranas, Vyasa Maharshi, after writing the 18 Puranas, he felt something in his mind. No, there is something more than this and above than this. He kept thinking in his mind that there is something beyond this. A thirst, an ambition to know what this is. He went and asked Lord Narada Maharshi, Maharshi, I finished writing all the 18 Puranas, but still, I feel there is something more or beyond this. My heart has this thirst. What is this? You are the one who keeps traveling to all the three lokas. You have a very close relationship with all the three murtis. What is that? In this way, he asked Narad Maharshi. To this, Narad Maharshi replied saying, whatever I know, you also know it. However, if you want to know the answer for all these questions, then we need to go and ask Lord Brahma. When they both went and asked Lord Brahma, Brahma also said, whatever I know, you too know. But we can go and ask Lord Vishnu. When all of them went to Vaikunta and met Lord Vishnu, they asked Lord Vishnu, to which Lord Vishnu replied, I am the one who is living inside your heart. And what you know is what I also know. But if you still feel there is something more, then let's ask Lord Shiva. Upon reaching the Kailasha, when asked the god, he replied, whatever a man wants on this planet, we are here to provide him with it. Why are you thinking beyond this? Whatever is there, that is enough, isn't it? This is the limit. You can stop here, right? Lord Shiva asked, no, my lord. My heart keeps saying, there is something all the time. Something is there. What is that? I need to know. When Vyasa Maharshi said this to Lord Shiva, Lord replied, okay, do one thing. You go to Kailasa and facing the north direction, you start doing penance. During the penance, the question that you have in your heart, you will get the answer. In that way, when Veda Vyasa was doing in his penance, in his heart, Devi Parasakti appeared in his heart and bestowed him with knowledge and wisdom. The outcome is Devi Bhagavatam. After writing all the 18 Puranas, this Devi Bhagavatam was written by Veda Vyasa. In that also it has mentioned that Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara himself worship Lord Parashakti, and Parashakti is Lord Shiva's Sahasra Rupam, which means I will tell you a story here. It's not a story, but it's an incident. Once upon a time, there was a big organization, and it is not included in our organization, which is Suryamangalam. They said there is no priest in that place. When they said there is no priest, we generally send someone from our place, right? In order to perform the daily rituals, we send someone. In their temple, it was Lord Vigneshwara. Lord Vigneshwara. It was installed there. I like that God a lot. So definitely from our place, we send one priest to their place for daily pujas. On the day of Chaturthi, I will come and perform the puja, is that I mentioned. Along with the temple, there is a wedding hall as well. In that wedding hall, in that organization's Swamijis, a group of Swamijis, it is a very big spiritual organization and is famous across the world. The Swamijis come and give speech and give prabhashanam. On one particular day, it was Chaturthi, Shankataharana Chaturthi. During the evenings only, there will be a lot of programs. One day, some function is going to happen. Beside the temple only, this wedding hall is situated. They came and said, today evening, we don't want the puja to be performed. I asked them why. In the evening only, during Shankataharana Chaturthi, all the Abhishekam Aradhana will take place, right? No. If you perform the puja here, then all the people will stand here. And when the Swamiji is giving his prabhashana, no one will come to listen to his speech. So Swamiji said not to perform the puja today. I really got very angry. And generally, I'm a short-tempered guy as well. I asked him, if people like his speech, then they will go and listen to his speech. Whoever want to see the God, they'll come here. Just because he's going to give a speech, why are you telling me that puja should not be performed? All these things won't happen. In that case, then you should not play Lord music. I said, okay, I won't play the Nadaswaram. That is okay. I won't play the record. You should not ring the bell also. I cannot be without ringing the bell. It just takes 3 minutes when I'm giving Deeparadhana. I will ring the bell. Ask him not to speak for 3 minutes at that time. Simply you can't come and say he said that, he said this. He is a very short-tempered guy. Okay, I then decided, let me just see what is that he's going to talk. After I finished my puja, I too went and stood in one corner to listen. Then the Swamiji was talking about Kathopanishad. Kathopanishad is what he's talking, it seems. Okay, few people like 10 to 15 were there. Most of them are highly qualified people. They are not normal people. All of them are highly qualified. For normal people, such high topic will be difficult to understand. That is the truth. So, he said during the speech, in between that speech, Nirguna Nirahara Mairukapatta Parabrahma Saguna Swarupa. Saguna Sagara Swarupa is only that Ganapati that is there inside the temple. Nirguna Niraharana, which is existing, Lord Brahma's Saguna Saha Bhavana is what is there in the temple Lord Ganapati. So now a puja is not required there. That is what Swamiji mentioned. Did any one of you understand anything? I don't think you would have understood as well. Among 100 people, one may understood this. But I understood this. So I heard this. And later I got to know that daily whoever comes to visit the temple, those are the people who are listening to the speech as well. So after listening to the speech, these people will come for prasadam. When they came, I asked them, what Swami said, Nirguna Niraharana, which is existing, Parabrahma Saguna Sagara Sahabhavam is that Ganapati, right? What does that mean? We did not understand anything. Whatever was told, he is just a teacher. A teacher from Chinmaya Mission School, only he is. We did not understand anything. I asked almost 10 people while giving the prasadam. Swami said this. What does that mean? Did you understood everything? Whatever Swami said, it is correct. There is nothing wrong in it. 100% it is correct. However, whatever Swamiji said, people should understand. When I am explaining, people who are listening should understand it right. They should explain it in the same way, right? This is what is the Hindu Shastram, Hindu religion's curse. People come from somewhere, they know few slokas and they recite those slokas and give an explanation of those slokas. It is not necessary that it has to be right most of the times. For instance, in recent times, there was a lady who is studying her PhD. She came us for horoscope consultation. She was inside and she asked me, this is a AC room. However, she was profusely sweating. What can I say? It was like she was acting as if she was very busy and so on. It might be action or it might be her nature. But she was sweating a lot. So, I observed her. I asked why she's like this. I asked what happened and she replied as if she was running. I asked her, did you come running from somewhere? She replied, yes, Swamiji, people told me if I don't come on time, you won't see me. So I came running. If I can get a glass of water for drinking, I need hot water for drinking. If you would have asked in the kitchen itself, they would have given you coffee, tea, tiffin. You could have asked there itself and would have got it also. She replied, I did not know about this. While I was coming, they directed me to this way and they brought me to this room. From kitchen, I am either 50 or 100 meters away. So I came directly here. If I can just get a glass of water, it is enough. Then immediately I called one boy and made arrangements for water to give to this lady. Once again, the lady mentioned, let the water be little hot. She had the hot water as well. Then I asked, here you are already sweating so much and it is already peak summer and the climate is also very hot. You should have had something cool to drink. There is a shop within our compound. If you want, you could have asked someone to bring it for you, right? No, no, no. Now it's too hot, right? For summer, you need to drink something hot only, isn't it? Huh? What are you saying? I asked her. Don't you know? Ushnam Ushnena Shanti. What? I asked her again. Swami, Ushnam Ushnena Shanti. What is mentioned in our scriptures? That's why I was drinking a hot water. So, Ushnam Ushnena Shanti, the real meaning of this is whatever she mentioned. Ushnam, that is anything that is hot needs to be cooled with something hot. Does it really happen that way? Huh? Does it happen? Tell me. No, it won't happen. During heat, if you drink hot water, will the heat reduce? No, it won't reduce. But what does Ushnam Ushnena Shanti mean? That is, Ushnam, with that is hot, needs to be cooled with something hot only. But one must not read it in that way. Ushnam Ushne na Shanti is how you read it. Ushnam Ushnena Shanti means Ushnam with the hot will not reduce the heat. So in between there is one comma. Ushnam Ushne na comma Shanti. So by ignoring that comma only, people read it as Ushnam Ushnena Shanti. In the same way, there are many acharyas who keep say something that doesn't have any sense. Whatever they say, if you ask the meaning for that, they themselves doesn't know anything. They will say it is written in granthas in this way only, which means they just read it by heart and say it the same way. When things go in this fashion, Hindu religion keeps taking a backseat all the time. It keeps going back and back and back. Other religions grow in a faster way. Here, religious conversation needs to be stopped. Even the government is also saying the same thing. And even the religious superiors say the same thing. I ask you all, why a person who is born in Hindu is getting converted to other religion? First think about this. He, from generations, is a Hindu. Why should he get converted? Do you know why? He does not have the right religious knowledge. He does not have the right person beside him to teach this also. There is no one who knows the right set of Shastras. People who are within the religion are just mere businessmen. They are just wholesale businessmen only. No one teaches the right path. Why should they say, okay, I don't know this, but why can't you listen to this on YouTube? Whatever is being told about Sanatana Dharma, there is a lady who says, one media guy goes and asks her, she is a Swamiji and I have seen this also. Amma, what does Sanatana Dharma mean? I won't say. Sanatana Dharma, that is for people who believe in Lord Vishnu and not for people who believe in Lord Shiva. So don't talk about this here. Instead, what this lady should have told, I don't know about this, and should have stopped there. Because of her, there is so much ambiguity. Why Sanatana Dharma is only for Vaishnavas? And why Sanatana Dharma cannot be practiced by Shaiva community? Not only this, when Shaivam, Vaishnavam are clubbed together, this itself shows that they don't have any wisdom in them. They are called zero wisdom people. There are a lot of such acharyas existing in these days. This should change. And this needs to be changed. It won't change. Someone needs to change. With the grace of Goddess Mahadevi, whatever I have just said, you have understood it. Good and bad may be understood. Dharmam and adharmam may be understood. Hoping this I am praying. Jai Jaganmata Bagalamukhi. Samasta Bhaktanam Sarvabhishtam Sathya Sathya Krim Om Swaha.